The Emmy nominations got announced this morning. And I always I'm not as much of an Emmy guy as I am an Oscars guy, but I do definitely get very, very interested when the nominees get announced and looking into that stuff. And I was very surprised and very thrilled when I go over to the Emmys official page and I go over to drama. The top prize they have, I mean, yes, best comedy is also very good, but the top prize at the Emmys is best drama series. And as I clicked on best drama series to see which shows got nominated for best series, I was surprised, but delightfully so, to see A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has been nominated for best drama series. Now, the other shows, The Diplomat, which, by the way, I know a lot of you guys don't watch The Diplomat. It's an awesome show. Like, it's really good. You should check it out. Gilded Age, which I confess I've never watched. Paradise, which is great. The Pit, which is obviously going to win everything. Pluribus, which I did not like as much as everybody else, I have to confess. Slow Horses, Your Friends and Neighbors. But, you know, for me, guys, and listen, some really, obviously The Pit is ridiculously good. I mean, it's just so next level. It's great. But guys, I got to tell you, when I was watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I fell in love with it, but it's one of those shows where you love it, but you think to yourself, I don't know if other people are going to like this. Like maybe it's just, you know, doing it for me, and then find out, oh, everybody else really loves it too. But I still didn't expect to see it get recognized for a best drama series. Now, look, I'm under no illusions here. It's not going to win. I mean, The Pit is going to win. I think that's a foregone conclusion at this point, but be that as it may, I could not be more thrilled that Night of the Seven Kingdoms got nominated. Anyway, Sean, you and I have never talked about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't know if you've watched it. I don't know if you liked it, but what do you think about it getting a nomination? How did you feel about the show? And are there any other things that are standing out to you on the list, or shows that you're surprised didn't make the list? What do you think?
So as for the show, I have watched it, and from the trailers, I wasn't excited for it at all. Like, I didn't get it from the trailers, and then watched the first episode and was like, I think it was the first couple episodes it took me to really get it. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. And I used a word, charming, to describe it that I never thought I would use to describe something in the world of Game of Thrones. Yeah. And it just has a certain likability to it that it's still just as brutal, cruel as the rest of the world of Game of Thrones, but characters that are much easier to root for. I'm actually rewatching Game of Thrones right now, and even the way they mention Dunk in a couple episodes here and there, it fleshes out the world in a really fun way. Like, we're like, hey, that's the guy we watched the show about. But like you said, I wasn't expecting it to get nominations, because it felt like it flew a little bit under the radar, because it's designed to be much smaller in scale and doesn't have the grand epic storytelling of the other Game of Thrones shows. So I thought maybe it would get overlooked. So it's just real pleasant to actually see it get noticed. But as for my other thoughts on the nominations, I'm just fascinated by how many shows I haven't seen that are on that list, because there's just so much great television these days.
Too much.
Oh, that is the, you know, I was talking to somebody in the live chat earlier before the show started. I was like, John, why haven't you started watching X-Men 97 season 2 yet? It's like, there's a lot, you know, I still haven't gotten around to watching Fallout season 2 yet. And I love Fallout.
Yeah.
Me neither.
There you go.
Yeah. And so and I really liked X-Men 97 season 1. I still haven't started watching Rooster, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about Rooster in a minute here, because Steve Carell once again gets nominated for Best Actor in a comedy series. There's just so much great TV. Yeah. One thing that I did kind of notice that didn't make the list, I wouldn't have put it on the list personally, but I kind of thought it might slip in there, which was, well, there's a couple of them actually. One was Stranger Things. I thought
I had a feeling it would not.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have put it on the list. I thought the final season was good. I enjoyed the final season. I thought they kind of botched the second half of the final episode, but whatever. I thought the season was good, but I wouldn't have nominated for best drama. But I kind of thought with it, I mean, let's call it what it is. Like, Stranger Things has been a television institution for like a decade. So I kind of thought maybe with them wrapping it up, that they might give a nomination to that. What was the other one? Oh, there was another one I was totally fixated on that I thought might get nominated. Now I'm freezing on it. Anyway, Jonathan, do you got any shows that you thought might have gotten a nomination, but we didn't see actually get one?
These pretty much fall within the line. I'm just going to say that while Slow Horses I'm a fan of, it is destined to be always a bridesmaid and never a bride. That show will never win just because of what it has to constantly go up against, but it seems to always get nominated. And it's a great show, so check it out if you haven't. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it's the most wholesome you're going to get with Game of Thrones. and when you think about it, he represents us. He represents the audience, because
He really does.
So often in the world of Game of Thrones, we're so jaded, especially now with House of Dragon. At best, your character is going to make pragmatic decisions, and at worst, evil decisions. He was saying the audience is saying, be heroic, be noble, be larger than these simple decisions of like cowardice and fear and evil. So I think that's why it spoke to audiences so much. So I'm, but I am shocked that a 6-episode, basically, it's not a mini series, but a 6-episode series is nominated now for best drama, which is crazy in and of itself.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, there's some really good nominated shows, and obviously The Pit is going, it's probably the best show out there, but I am so thrilled, like, especially in recent years, to see shows like Penguin get nominated for best series, to see A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which shouldn't surprise us too much because Game of Thrones did, but this is such a different kind of show than Game of Thrones. Anyway, whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.